Hello, Slice It Icers. This is Brian with another knife video for you. Today we have a top 10 list. It's that time of year. It's the end of the year. This is being recorded on Black Friday. These are the top 10 knives that I own to carry. My favorite ones just to carry, to have in my pocket. Not necessarily the best slicers, the best users, anything. The ones that are just the easiest to carry. Some of them are just so light you forget they're there. Some of them are just really well designed with a pocket clip placement that you can just get your hand right by them and get in and get stuff out of your pockets, things like that. I almost always carry mostly, especially larger knives, in my right front pocket. I think that's what most of us do. So we're going to focus mostly on that. A lot of factors, like I said, lightweight, good pocket clip placement, slim design, that kind of stuff. So let's get going. But to do that, I have to demonstrate it, which means I needed a new pair of jeans to cut up. Ye old Wranglers are gone because they got too worn out. They have been replaced by ye old Dickies. And these are Dickies brand work jeans that I had for a long time that I've retired for you guys. Yes, the brand name is Dickies. Let's be mature about it, okay? We don't need to make any jokes in the comments. They're also good to use for this, not just because the name is a bit silly, but they are a bit thicker. So it's a good judgment for pocket clips and stuff, because these are pretty much the thickest jeans that I used to own. I guess I still own them, but I used to wear. So let's get going. We're just going to pull these out in order, and I'm going to show them to you. Let's start out with two from the same. I'm going to try to do the brands all together. So let's start out first of all with a couple Benchmades. There are a few repeats in this from the same brands. We have first up one of my favorites, the Benchmade 940. This is a 940-1, which is the S90V carbon one, but this pretty much applies to all of them. The carbon isn't that much lighter than the standard one. Very lightweight knife. Not inexpensive. Get that out of the way. This one in particular is $267. The normal ones are right around somewhere near the $200 mark. But it's just, and I don't have the deep carry clip on this one. I usually honestly run it with the bug out clip, which you'll see in a moment, and I will show you that. But I normally run it with that. But for the purpose of this, I put the standard clip back on it. The 940-1 happens to have like the ugliest of the Benchmade pocket clips, but it does still work really well because it's just such a slim knife, and it's actually pretty full-size knife as far as length goes. It is slim, but it's still a pretty full-size blade you're getting there, and it carries excellently. It's just, you put it in your pocket here, and it's just completely out of the way. You can get your hand past it super easy. I like about this, I'm going to show you in a second. I made it so you can actually see. So yeah, you can get your hand past it very easily. And let's just show you here. You can peel this back and see. It's not taking up much room in the pocket at all. Works really well. Just a great knife to carry. Love the 940 for that, especially if you put a deep carry clip on it. And as I always say, one of the nice things about Benchmade is that you can't always get the deep carry clips for free anymore, but they're very inexpensive to go buy. So I would suggest that you go do that. They're like $5 to call them up. Takes a little while to get one, but they'll send you one. And as I said, the clip that I like to use on it the most is from the bug out, which is the next one I'm going to show you here. I really like the 940 with the bug out clip. It works really well, but the bug out is also just an outstanding knife to carry. Super lightweight. I think it's under 2 ounces if I remember correctly. Not horribly expensive, $120. Yeah, some people complain about the grivery handles and stuff. They don't bother me at all. It's never really been a problem for me. But yeah, that nice little deep carry clip, super lightweight, and again, very slim in the pocket. As you can see, doesn't take up much room at all. Works really, really well. And this is an obvious choice for something that's nice to carry. These aren't all going to be lightweights on here. That would make it easy if I just picked all just super ultra lightweight stuff. That's not the only factor that matters. Don't even really have pocket tanks in here, but they're not going to be lightweights. Next up, let's go to another brand that had multiple entries. Spyderco Chaparral. This is a standard carbon fiber one. They make a lightweight version that would be even better with FRN handles, but I really like this version the most. I just like the way it looks. Nothing fancy as far as deployment or anything goes. Just a standard back lock, but great slicey little blade and nice deep carry wire pocket clip. That's going to be a theme you're going to see here for a few minutes. If you hate the wire clip, skip ahead a few minutes. great, slides in and out well, despite these very thick pants. It still slides out and out pretty good. And it's, again, it takes up almost no room. It is a fairly small knife, so it does have a bit of an advantage there, I guess, a bit of an unfair advantage, but it still carries extremely well. Very lightweight, super slim, which is also a nice factor, because you can not just get your hand past it, you can get your hand behind it, which is very good. Next up, another Spyderco, which one I'm going to grab? The Kapara. I like the Kapara a lot. One of the reasons why I like it better than like the PM2 is because it carries better. It's not as tall like a lot of Spydercos are. Again, it has the deep carry wire pocket clip, which I really like a lot. It's got great ergonomics, and it's great blade, all those things. But yeah, it just carries extremely well. This is one of the large, and again, you're getting like a full-size knife out of this. And again, carries extremely deep. Can't see hardly anything. And again, it doesn't take up too much room in the pocket. A bit more than the first few you've seen, but really not bad at all. And there's nothing, another factor that I forgot to mention up front too, another factor I like in a knife that carries well is there's no sharp anything on the back of it. So when your hand does go past it, you're not rubbing against jimping or anything like that, you know, that's going to bother you. Now, next up, last of the Spydercos on this. I swear they're not all Spydercos, but there are a few. This is one that one of my favorite things about this, again, like same with the Kapara, is how it carries, and that is the Spyderco Spidey Chef. Not only does it have the wire pocket clip that I like, but the way they angled it too, it just gets completely out of the way in your pocket. And again, nothing for your hand to rub on as you reach past it. And it's not horribly heavy for being a titanium frame lock. And not, I think for what it is, not that expensive. They're $215. That's not insane for getting a Sleech design, you know, full LC 200N, full titanium, all that stuff. I really don't think they're overpriced at all. They're not cheap, but I don't think they're overpriced. But again, nice slim handle too. You can get behind it just like on the Chaparral. And just the way this pocket clip angles, it just kind of pushes, you know, you see it pushes the knife back to that side, which is really nice. It gives you a lot more room in your pocket. You got plenty of room to put other stuff in there without hitting anything. Now, next up, we're out of the Spydercos now, but I did have another brand. They had two of them. So I think this one's going to be no surprise. Everybody knows I love this knife, and I go on and on and on about it. And I like that it's got, again, deep carry pocket clip. And one that works very well. Slides in and out well. Again, slim handle. Nice thing for carry. Works great. Getting hand past it is no problem at all. And again, doesn't take up hardly any room, which is very, very nice. And again, this is another knife that's a very, very full-size blade. If it's designed right, you can make a knife with a full-size blade, like a 3.5, that's still super easy to carry. And next up, another TRM. This one I carry often, like my fifth pocket, with, you know, this pocket up here. But when I do carry as a primary, this is a TRM Atlas. It still carries great as a primary too. Especially when I'm traveling a lot, this will be the only knife I bring with me because it's legal everywhere, because it is a slip joint. About $140. Take a long time to get. They're TRMs. By the way, the Atom's about $220. Take a long time to get, but they're well worth the wait. And again, just tiny little thing. Even if, yeah, I can hardly even peel this back far enough to show you, but still plenty of room in your pocket for whatever else you want to put in there. For me, it's usually a disgusting, stupid vape, but that's me. Now, let's move on to more stuff that you can actually get now. So this is a knife that used to have a hard time getting, but now you can just go buy one. This is the Mass Drop Ferrum Forge Gent. The keen-eyed viewer will notice I scale swapped this one. So normally if you get the rosewood scales, it's got a stonewash blade, but I scale swapped it so with somebody else. But this knife is the only flipper on the list. I carry a lot of flippers, obviously. I have a lot of flippers that I love, but it's pretty impossible to argue that non-flipper knives are, if you're going to be reaching it out of your pocket a lot, the non-flipper is nicer. A thumb stud or a deployment hole or something like that is better because you don't have this flipper tab sticking out. But why this knife makes the list is because the flipper tab is small and this pocket clip is freaking outstanding. It's not a heavy-duty pocket clip by any means, but if you want a discreet knife, you can't do any better than the Gent. I mean, that's all you see. That's all. No one is going to have any clue that that's a knife in your pocket. It looks like a pen It looks like a small pen even. Works great. And as you can see, still doesn't take up much room. Yep, the flipper tab's sticking out a little bit, but it's not sharp. It's not obtrusive at all. And I wear this in, like, you know, dressier pants and stuff all the time, or carry this in dressier pants all the time, and it still fits. I can still get my hand in and out. So really like the Gent to carry. Now the last two are a bit more budgety. This is about $120, by the way. One very budget, one kind of budget. That would be the Civivi McKenna, which is a front flipper. So you have no flipper tab sticking out. The flipper tab sticks down instead, which is really nice. A lot of front flippers are really good to carry. And if I had some of the other ones, they probably would have made it. But I don't have them right now, like the Real Steel Metamorph, especially the Mark II that has the deep carry clip, and then also the Boost Blades Mini Smoke. I just don't have one at the moment. But yeah, this is the Damascus version. It's $90. They're pretty much sold out everywhere. I think they were kind of a semi-limited run. But the regular one's $68. It comes in more colors. Everything still applies here. This just has a different blade. But nice clip. I really like this VV clips. And again, you have a little bit of knife sticking out, but not a ton. No flipper tab. Doesn't take up any room. Super easy to get your hand past. Really, really do like the McKenna for a lot of reasons, but also that. And that's my daughter's name. Next up, this is a very good budget option. If you want a budget knife that's just super easy to carry, looks classy, is super discreet, and just easy to live with. And the only other flipper on the list, I said we only had one flipper, but I was wrong. There's two. I always forget about that. This is the Kershaw Atmos. Fake carbon fiber, because it's $32. It's not real. So there's a carbon fiber laminate. But really nice little knife. Great action. Fully manual. All that stuff. And weighs almost nothing. $32. And hardly anything there. You have the Kershaw logo on the clip. Man, I could live without that. But other than that, just really nice to carry. And again, the flipper tab is pretty well hidden. It is a bit rough down there. Oh, sorry, I gotta move this up so you can see it. It is a bit rough down there, but other than that, carries really well. And it's $32. HCR 13 want steel, but still, it's a really good little knife. I really do like the Atmos. I've had this for quite a while and have no intentions of getting rid of it, because I do occasionally just grab it because it's just so light and easy to carry. So that's the list. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's kind of just an odd idea to do for a list, and I needed to do something to debut the new Ye Olde Dickies. We're not going to make jokes about it. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Have a good one.